When we come back next time, however, Wily Boss. Thanks for watching. Hey there, folks. I'm Mysterious JG. Welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 3. We just completed a save, just in case, but it's pretty much time to storm on through and kick Dr. Wily's ass for being a jerk. I know we're going to need Top Man Weapon eventually, and I'm not positive that we get a chance to top it off. That was useless. And that was useless. So... Maybe this is the part that I thought you kill with Shadow Man. Or no, Spark Man, is that this thing's weakness? Oh, fuck, I'm getting my ass kicked anyway. This is definitely a multi-form boss. If we do some damage to that thing. Yeah, boy, I was sucking there. I'm gonna go with... well, Magnet Man we're almost out of. Maybe we'll try Hard Man's weapon. I don't know why I'm Shadow Man, I thought it was, and now that I'm seeing it, I'm like not convinced. Okay, I thought I could get out the shot and hit it right as it's appearing. Ooh, that's actually doing really well. So I kind of need to beat him now because I'm out of the weapon that was really doing a number there. Oh, and he does try to crush you. Alright, I got E-tanks up the wazoo, might as well use them. Wily, you've got no chance in hell because of my E-tank spam. There we go. That's it. That's it. We've won the game. Now, where's that peacekeeping robot? You're not the peacekeeping robot or Dr. Wily. Well, this, again, it's not really a stage. I guess we'll go ahead and do this in one video here. But they're pretty forgiving about how much ammo you need to do anything. I don't know why they're giving you health bonuses at this point. You can't use them. It's a very silly bit of design. There is like no capacity for you to use those health bonuses. You appear here in this room with full health at the beginning of the stage, and the only way to lose health is to go into this next room and fail against the boss, which we're about to fight. And I'm pretty sure this is the final boss. Yeah, this is the final boss. So this is the peacekeeping robot. Except that little goofy thing on its head is not its proper head, I guess. It has multiple stages, I suppose, but honestly, this is ridiculous. You can use Rush Jet to get up there and shoot at it with the P-gun, but... Oh, that's right, it only has one stand meter between its two forms. So... I don't think those are death spikes that are coming to get us. But it is the way that you're supposed to get up here. I'm just going to use a Rush Jet because fuck it. And you have to use Top Spin. It's ridiculous. But that's it. Apparently Search Snake also hurts it. Alright, Wily. This time I'm going to spin you to death. Whoa. You would think Mega Man would have reacted. Like, where's Dr. Wily? Oh no, too late. Which is cut off the screen. Thank you, game. I don't remember it being like that. It's something to do with the way they've stretched it to... Mega Man, you've regained consciousness. I found you lying here when I arrived. I vaguely think this is how Lethal was making me talk. I wonder who brought you here. Ah, this whistle. It must have been Proto Man, aka Blues Man, or Blues, or whatever the fuck he was called. So Dr. Light created, it's a number list of robots he created. His original, he created a Lekman last, the atomic energy controller, which means he probably has a CPA. Waste disposal robot Fireman, he looks like Statue of Liberty. We have Bomb Man, who looks way goofier than I ever realized playing the original game. Iceman, who has hair, which I didn't realize before. We have Wilderness Reclamation robot Gutsman. He's out there destroying the rainforest. Thanks, Gutsman. We have the timber felling robot Cutman, who talks like this in the cartoon. Roll, the housekeeping robot, who was made from Mega Man's rib. We have Mega Man, former assistant to Dr. Wright, now his boss. But number 0 is Proto Man, a new robot prototype, brother of Mega Man. So those other robots are not his brothers? So I was always told that originally it was Rock and then Roll, and then this character was called Blues. We have characters called Treble and Clef later. What I want to know is where's Proto Man's brother Rhythm? The tag team of Rhythm and Blues. Anyway, Needleman, who was built by Dr. Wily and therefore sucks compared to the robots that just got number listed. I think we're supposed to assume these robots were built by Dr. Wily. Game doesn't really explain where the hell these robots came from. They're on their planets with their resources that are needed to build the peacekeeping robot. So we're going to have to take them out. And when they show up in Dr. Wily's fortress, I take that as proof that Dr. Wily actually built them as part of his elaborate plan. But Dr. Wily really did a pretty shit job with the Skull Fortress in this particular game. I feel like every Mega Man game has a harder Dr. Wily stages than this one does. Although, again, the E-Tanks made it so, like, if I got into the least bit of trouble, I was like, fuck the E-Tanks, so. It was easy. And Don-chan. What? Don-chan? Is that Don-Pan's sister? Or something? Bun Bun, Kero Kero, Padariro, Bamboo, Enif King. We're back in the days of people still using fake names, I guess, for programmers, so they wouldn't be hired by other companies. Yeah, I mean, like, what kind of name is Hiroki Okabe? That's clearly a made-up name. I mean, Shinpei Jano? Come on. This is Terumi. Jiawagwa. Yakchan Z. Or Z. If you are Japanese English instead of Japanese American. Japanese Canadian, perhaps. Big Girl Kim on Korean too. Sorry, it's a reference to something that none of you guys are probably familiar with. This game was presented by Capcom. Believe it or not. Yeah, I mean, in the comments on previous videos, Bobo expressed some, I don't know if I'd call it surprise. Like, yeah, my level of fondness for 2 and level of fondness for 3 are wildly different. Bobo seems to have more fond feelings for 3 than I do. It's not like it's a terrible game. It is a bit, and you know, obviously you can go back and somebody could make if they wanted to, and I don't have anywhere near enough fan interest. But I mean, people put together like, I guess Dark Side Phil is the famous one, where he does LPs and then people put together clips of him failing and being like a baby about it, I guess. I don't know, I've never watched any of those videos all the way through. I've just seen bits and pieces. Somebody could like easily put together a reel of me failing here at Mega Man 3 to slap me in the face about what I'm about to say, but I would say that perhaps one of the things I didn't like about this game is that as frustrating as the original Mega Man could be at times, and as almost like perfectly balanced as Mega Man 2 felt, this game just felt too easy. And I do not remember feeling that way about Mega Man 4, so the challenge is going to ramp up a bit next time when I bust out Mega Man 4, the dramatic story of a new villain, Dr. Cossack, who builds, wait for it, 8 robots. But anyway, we'll get to that later. Definitely not too sure about... I might just check out, you know, people can complain if they want. I don't want the LP to be like an extended marathon session. So I may just like check out a suggested boss order online just so that I'm not completely lost. Like, I remember Ringman in particular being very painful in that game, so probably want to know what his weakness is. Actually, what I remember is that his stage was a big pain in the ass, and that then you get to him and you die, and it became very frustrating. But We're not playing Mega Man 4 today, folks. We just finished playing Mega Man 3, and as you can see, in his ridiculous rush jet using colors, Mega Man is dancing and celebrating another victory over Dr. Wily. Sadly, Mega Man was forced to destroy the giant peacekeeping robot, which is not going to be able to maintain giant peace. But the fact that it could be defeated by someone just kind of pirouetting at it suggests that maybe ne'er-do-wells wouldn't have been completely mollified by the peacekeeping robot anyway. Oh, no, we're not done yet. We have to do our, let's see how much time we've got left, but we've got to do our traditional going through the museum. Let's go ahead and just do that in this video. We won't split it. We won't call it a separate video. And that way people will be wondering, like, what? Did fucking JG die like 30 times against Dr. Wily? What the hell's wrong with him? So, we will well, I don't seem to be able to get back to the title screen using in-game buttons. So, I guess this was one of those games where your game is over, you have to shut off the, Oh, actually, we don't want to go to the game menu anyway. We want to... The database and museum and stuff isn't part of the game. It's the in-game game. It's part of the Mega Man Collection, not Mega Man 3, so we got Rockman, Mega Man, Rock. Which one is it, game? Make up your mind. Rock was originally a robot created for household chores, but was modified for combat and became Mega Man when it came time to put a stop to Dr. Wily's ambitions. We have Walking Bomb. Looks more like a grenade to me, but a walking version of Killer Bomb. Try to attack from afar. We got a Lekin, battery robot made for emergency situations. Like when somebody needs to be electrocuted, it tends to short itself out. Watch out for its shots, which fly in 8 different directions. We have the Electric Gabiol, a barricade system that deploys an electric shield. Dodging it is your only option. You can't just tank the damage, huh? Has no... It's like if Bobo will appreciate the fact that it, much like T-Booker, has no weakness. We have Returning Mon King, a toned-up version of the heavier Mon King. Yeah, you can really look at him. He's cut. He's got a six-pack going. Try to defeat it before it starts moving around, which is a good thing to do with almost any enemy. Gyoraibo is a small battleship robot. This annoying enemy has considerable firepower. Be sure to dodge its torpedoes. They are pretty annoying because that thing kept showing up in stages where getting hit by its shots was going to knock you to your death. Although, I guess you can use magnet weapon against it. I didn't really bother with that. Komasaburo Matasaburo was modified into this barricade robot. Make sure to destroy it at the tops it launches. You have Giant Springer. Bigger is stronger. It was the principle in mind when this simple robot was made. Make sure to quickly shoot down its guided missiles. It doesn't seem like an enemy that should have guided missiles, by the way. The Giant Metal with increased size comes slower movement. It should be beatable with some simple rapid fire, but it is a useful enemy to grind for power-ups. Jamasi, a guard robot for off-limits locations. Don't try climbing any ladders until you've beaten it. What about ladders that are nowhere near where it is? Here we have the Junk Golem, which showed up right at the very end. Dr. Wily frantically set about building this robot when he had realized that Mega Man had arrived at his base. Dodging the junk it throws is tough, especially because even if you defeat it, the junk will still throw itself at you. Da-da! A ground-level industrial robot. Its high jump makes it a bothersome enemy. We have Tama. Dr. Light created this robot for an event a while back. Have you mastered your jump shot? Why is Dr. Light creating enemies that are attacking us? Chibbity Crockett. Chibbity Crockett's job is to gather detailed climate data, but he doesn't really do it because he's too busy being afraid of clowns. The gathered data is then returned to Have Subi. A needle press trap that activates when its sensor is triggered. Use your slide to dodge it. Nitron Rocket. Robot Rump. A robot that used to melt hard rocks in energy resource mining areas. Beat it with a jump shot when you get close. We have New Shotman. An improved version of Shotman. Try to remember the arc that shots make. And remember to drink plenty of shots. Have Subi, a robot made for climate data research. It can be an annoying enemy when engaged. You have Parasu, a member of the robot circus. Of course it is. It will try to drop down and take you by surprise. Try to memorize where it emerges from. We have Harry. Harry Carey. What if the moon was made of roast beef? I can't remember. There was this routine, what's his face, Talladega Nights guy doing Harry Carey, but I can't do a Harry Carey impression. Take me out to the ball game. A guard robot stationed in energy resource mining areas. It can't take damage once it starts rolling around, so be sure to defeat it before that happens. Also, as someone pointed out in the comments, its little needles that it fires out fuck up your ability to use Magnet Man's weapon on it. Hammer Joe is a full armored version of Sniper Joe. Dodges hammer by sliding. It's pretty badass looking at that picture. He looks more badass than he does in the actual game. Bicky, a giant industrial press made for land grading. It's best not to bother trying to beat it. Just slide under and escape when it jumps. It only has 6 hit points? I guess every attack does 1 hit point of damage. Yeah, it's got fewer hit points than Hammer Joe. Hammer Joe, dude, I love you. I'm not gonna watch you. I'm not gonna stand by and watch you cowabungle your life. Big Snakey's a massive robot that makes up the structure of Snake Man's base itself. Shots are hard to dodge, so take it down quickly. Ride the snake. The snake is long. Pickle Man Bull. A bulldozer used by Pickle Man. What is Pickle Man? How is it different from Mets? The bulldozer itself will deflect any attack. You have Petite Snakey, an attack system in Snake Man's base. It's adept at searching for enemies, so try to memorize where it emerges. Beware, snakehead surveillance. Bubukan, a robot created by Dr. Light to enter the Robot Olympics. Attack it after it lands from its jump. Kill it. It's trying to practice for the Olympics. Kill it. Peter Chi, a reconnaissance robot. Honestly, it's a small fry. Yep. Pen, a robot made to gather climate research data at the South Pole. Not an enemy to be feared as long as you use rapid fire. Pen Maker. Oh, we got the daddy and the daddy maker. A robot that's... Baby maker is the disgusting thing I meant to say. A robot that serves as a base for smaller climate data gathering counterparts at the South Pole. It can't be defeated until you attack, unless you attack its weak point, which is obviously the eyes. Pole, a sensor robot made for energy resource research. Destroying them in droves feels good. Whoa. Whoever wrote this database is sick. Cannon, a robot stationed to guard energy resources from aliens. What? It can't be damaged when its shield closes up. Since when does this series have aliens? I mean, Dr. Wily pretended to be an alien at one point. We have Poton, a surveillance robot, a costly robot to keep, thanks to its self-destructive tendencies. Bomb Flyer, Dr. Wily was inspired by fried shrimp when designing this robot. It can bump into you when jumping, so memorize its patterns and take care not to be knocked down. Yes, we all know that fried shrimp is known for its tendency to fly and explode. Bolton and Nuton, an industrial guard system. This annoying enemy is invincible until its 2 parts unite. So you would think that those 2 parts wouldn't unite. Hologram. Dr. Wily is proud of this hologram-producing mecha. The terrain becomes obscured when the hologram is active, but destroying the mecha will make your surroundings revert to normal. So it's like... It's kind of like the thing he had as the final boss of Mega Man 2, but different. The Bomber Pepe, this South Pole research robot, was hastily reworked for use in outer space. It's tough to attack it while simultaneously dealing with Nitron. What the fuck is Nitron? Magfly. Seriously, what the fuck is Nitron? I guess I probably already read about Nitron and just blanking, but Magfly is a robot made for transporting iron. Be careful or its magnetism will carry you away too. Mechacaro is a new version of Kamodoma. It's hard to hit when it's not moving, so wait for it to jump, then fire. Metal Deluxe, an improved version of the Metal. Its shots spread wider, but they move more slowly. Yambo is a robot that protects crops from enemies, including aliens, probably. Lure it into a vulnerable position, then take it down. Wanon, a trap for unwanted intruders. Get past it quickly by sliding. The Doc Robot. By swapping out different programming data, this robot can recreate the experience of fighting any boss. I would like to see them program Doc Robot here with, like the giant Guts Dozer data and see how it fights you then. Or like, you know, bosses from other games. Like, yeah, I would like to see this thing fight you as, you know, Omega Weapon or perhaps, that, Bartandalus guy from Final Fantasy 13. It's like super epic music plays as Doc Robot, like, taunts you, but is actually remaining perfectly still, and you're fighting it with lots of combos. Kamagoro is a robot that monitors water quality. It moves quickly on the diagonal, so attack it with a weapon that can shoot diagonally. Yeah, that's what it did. The Kamagoro Maker, the baby and the baby maker again. The control machine for Kamagoro will explode once all its Kamagoro are destroyed. Yellow Devil Mark II, aka Rockman 2, although Rockman, we used to call that boss Rock, the Rock Monster, and then found out that Rock is actually supposed to be Mega Man's name. By we, I mean me and Bobo. A powered-up version of the Yellow Devil, its weak point continues to be the fact that it cannot move. What? Dodge its flying parts with well-timed slides. Holograph Megamans, aka Holographic Mega Man. 2 of these holographs accompany the copy robot in an attempt to fluster Mega Man. Try to quickly find and attack the real one. Proto Man, the very first robot made by Dr. Light. There was a problem with his energy device, but he went missing before he could be scrapped. Is he friend or foe? So Dr. Light was planning to kill Proto Man? That's nice. Wily Machine 3, Dr. Wily's biggest piloted machine yet, and the first to walk around. Jumping alone won't always be enough to attack, so use Rush Jet. Or just get underneath it and use Shadow Blades. Gamma, a giant robot made through collaboration between Dr. Light and Dr. Wily. It was never completed, so it can only move one arm. Needleman, equipped with a body like Airman's and an advanced form of Metal Man's movement programming, gains some distance and fight back. Megaman draws in enemies with his strong magnetic power and his magnetic personality. Dodges homing magnet missiles by sliding. Gemini Man, his weapon is the Gemini laser, which reacts according to the enemy's intentions. What? So, like, if you want to be his friend, it kills you even faster. Watch his movements carefully before attacking. Hard Man has a special body reinforced with Ceratanium. He weighs 3 tons. Dodge his Hard Knuckle at the end of the arena. But the Hard Knuckle is not really as big a deal as actually getting hit by this guy, like his body. Top Man spins at high speeds and has a shield system that renders incoming attacks ineffective. He's popular at New Year's because he can produce toy tops from his head. Of course he is. Snake Man, like a tenacious snake, he steadily drives his prey into a corner. He moves about a lot, so stands still and attack. Spark Man possesses twice the electrical power of Electman. That said, his programming makes him somewhat scatterbrained. Yeah, that's a thing. You're introducing a new enemy that's clearly very similar to an old enemy, but you just, like, say, he's twice as powerful. It's like, oh yeah, Frieza's 100 times stronger than Vegeta, who's 1,000,000 times stronger than Piccolo, who's 1,000,000,000 times stronger than whoever Goku was fighting before he fought Piccolo. Shadow Man. There's very little data available about this mysterious robot. Dodge all his attacks by jumping. we do have one piece of data, which is you can just totally own him by jumping. And back to Mega Man. So now we have our production art from the museum. Big Snakey, Bicky, Bolton, and I'll stop if we get to anything that we haven't already. Dr. Wily. Hey, Doc Wily. Stop if we get to anything that we haven't already seen in the museum. Gamma Form 1. I don't know why that... I guess that's not... That symbol isn't Gamma, is it? Maybe it is. I thought Gamma... What the hell am I... Who am I kidding? I don't know what the Greek letters are. Gemini Man... Okay, so we got... I will stop briefly if I notice a picture that I don't think we've seen before, like Mega Man shooting the various weapons. Most of this is stuff that we already saw in the RW. I guess that's Dr. Wright and Dr. Wily, because the not being. It's always dangerous to preface a sentence with "not that I'm racist," but. I'm not racist, but yes, there is a thing where the Japanese get a little confused about the R sound and the L sound in English. So he is Dr. Wright, and they would spell it with an R, and then they would literally be thinking that it's the same as light. So Rockman 3, Dr. blah 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 question mark. I guess Rockman 3's advertising in Japan was based around the idea that Dr. Wily is a good guy now. Wow. There's some manual art. I don't have the manual, but this would probably be our indication that Dr. Wright, Dr. Raitu, and Dr. Owari are working together. And, Mega Man shooting the needle cannon, the new Shot Man. There's Nitron, so I guess we had read about him already. Packaging illustration. Pen Maker. The Baby Daddy. Rush Coil, very similar to Rush. Rush Jet, Rush Marine, Surge Snake, Shadow Braid, Sliding. That's probably like the manual's like, holy shit, you can slide now. You gotta buy this game, which you presumably already have because you're reading the manual. Spark Shot, Mega Man spinning around like an idiot. One on. Various Wily machine forms. Concept art, we have boss submission sketch. Mega Man standing around as Dr. Wily does stuff. An early sketch of Rush. Here are sketches of various enemies. There's the Doc Robot, he's pretty badass. I don't think we ever saw that guy, did we? Not sure what's supposed to be going on there. Mega Man shocked by the giant metal. Hardman stage. Proto Man giving you the thumbs up. It's gonna make Mega Man Land great again. Proto Man without his helmet on, so you can see how badass his hair is. Roll. Who presumably gets explored much more in like other games. But I don't really have a whole lot of sense of what Roll's personality is. Story art, like, oh shit, Mega Man, turns out Dr. Wily's evil. What? Unused box thumbnail. What the hell is that even supposed to be? Unused enemy. That's, yeah, I guess you couldn't use that, like, I don't know if soccer mobs would have an issue, but that's a pretty cool enemy type, actually. Unused Rush concept. Oh, Rush was going to be a bird. It'd be pretty cool if, like, Rush as a jet had a big old spike sticking out of his mouth. Unused sketch of something. Mega Man sliding around, being all cool. This is the Dr. Wily machine when it had 2 penises. There it is, back to having 1. They're not penises, folks. Character files. So we can appreciate just how dumpy Hardman truly is. You ever wanted a good look at Rush Jet's hindquarters? Well, there you go, folks. Zoom in. Get a good look at Rush Jet's ass. Alright. Shadow Man, Snake Man. Oh, Snake Man leans to the left, I see. Spark Man, Top Man, unused boss sketches. Blast Man. Vacuum Man. Smoke Man. Oh, I like that picture of Smoke Man. Smoke Man is just like depressed or something. This Gas Mask Man version of Smoke Man. Dash Man. Unnamed Ballerina Man. I believe that is supposed to be a blade and not a tutu, but there is. Oh, it's a Ninja Man. Claw Man. Bear Claw Man. Dr. Wily Fan Man. Twin Men. Some kind of hard man. Yeah, I think some of these guys, like, yeah, that's just a different version of Top Man. And that's clearly a different version of Mega Man. Okay, so these are not necessarily all unused boss sketches. Oh, no, they are all unused boss sketches, but not of unused bosses, just artwork of bosses that didn't make it into the game. Nipple Man. Sexual Harassment Panda. Rodeo Man. Angel Man. Big Chin Man. Robert Zadar Man, although he's not big enough. Some kind of prototype Yamato Man. V is for Victory Nipple Man. Belly Button Man. Another Yamato Man. We got Proto Man just giving Mega Man the sweet chin music. Very sweet little promotional image here, actually, of okay, after you just don't do anything for a while, it gives you the full screen. That's rather cute. Like Mega Man being like squeezed out of the picture practically by this big family portrait. Like some characters are happy, other characters are sad. Mega Man's just like. And unused art of Mega Man shooting genetic material. That sounded way, way worse than I meant for it to sound. Wow, I didn't mean like, damn. I just meant it looked like a double helix. I didn't mean shooting genetic material like, you know. Anyway, woo, JG, come on now. That's going to be it for Mega Man 3. I managed to get an actual 30-minute video out of all that in the end. So when we come back, it'll be time for Mega Man 4, where I think I will treat myself to somebody's internet suggested stage order. It's unlikely that this video will be posted on YouTube for you to comment before I've recorded the beginning videos of Mega Man 4. But if it really bothers you and you'd rather see me like go at it semi-blind and like attempt stages before I've got the weakness of the boss and get frustrated and switch stages and like not just one video per stage and that stage is done, Like, if you'd rather see that approach and you really feel strongly about it, go ahead and comment, and maybe by the time, maybe the second half of Mega Man 4, maybe Mega Man 5 and 6, we can approach that way. But my plan is to go into Mega Man 4 with a little bit of knowledge of what order you should be doing things in to make things reasonably efficient. Even though a lot of the pleasure, I have to admit, in the old days, when you were not Let's Playing and nobody was watching your failures and it was okay if you screwed up a lot, was trying to figure out which order to do things in when you had not already beaten all the bosses before. So maybe we'll do that on one of these games. Anyway, folks, next time, though, I happen to recall Toadman being fairly easy, so at some point down the road, you will get to see an exciting battle between Mega Man and a Toad. And you will die on a tree frog. Later, folks. Thanks for having watched Megaman 3 Let's Play by me, Serious JJ. Yeah.